this is episode number 4 of the class of 2020. Prachi, your question.
For me, going to school is not only about learning, but also about social relationship and peer-to-peer interaction. It is about learning to be a citizen and developing social skills. So if school remain closed for a longer time, I apprehend I will lose my socio-emotional stability. How to deal with it?
The social-emotional relationship development goes through different phases as per the age group. Yes, it will be limited because of the social and physical distancing, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for all of us through these online forums, through the technology, through social media platforms, to keep on developing these relationships. And I can assure you that all these forums will be able to help you in developing the social-emotional relationships or the skills that you need.
Definitely you miss, like other kids are missing, you playing in the corridors of the school, going to school and then interacting with peers. Amid this corona outbreak, you children, the young citizens of the nation, you need to have such mindset which can enable you to strengthen your inner self. And you need to devise new ways to concentrate more on e-learning.
Anyone who has become anything in life has started learning or seeking knowledge himself or herself. Yes, you need a guru, you need a ustad, and that's why you come there to the campus. So this situation of the last 100 days is an abnormal anomaly. This will not be the permanent situation. But going back to 2019 also is not the permanent situation. The new normal is for your good. And you are the first generation of learners who are becoming physically trained, physically, digitally, and experientially. And these group of learners will be the leaders of tomorrow in the real sense.
So as educators, how are we contributing to the lesson? So what I believe is, more than being the lesson to be teacher-centric, it's important for us to make it more student-centric. A lot of self-reliance should be adhered to while teaching. We should give them assignments which are new.
If teachers can humanize the online experience, if they can humanize it, so small breakouts, so whereby they can kind of group in small, they can be given small assignment that you can be in. In fact, there is a software which is being formed. I'll just share after some time. It is written somewhere here. So maybe there are 30 people in the class and I have divided them into 6 groups. Yeah. And I give them something and they come back. Yeah. Even I think from the teacher side, usage of videos, usage of audios. So this can increase phenomenally. Then students' learning will become better.
Will the post-COVID-19 schooling be the same as we had earlier? The news around often turns me anxious of many issues. How to cope with this anxiety?
So having the correct information, getting hold of the right information, not looking at too many WhatsApp forwards, giving different information about the virus and the COVID disease is one way to tackle your anxiety. So information is very important. Secondly, having a good peer support group, discussing things with your peers, discussing things with your family, having an outlet, having a vent to share your issues, to share your troubles, that is very important.
Now it's time that we have to understand, we means our system will have to understand that network is like any other things, essential services. Like electricity, water is an essential services.
We brought Vishal Mondal, who will be playing us a song from OP Jindal School. He's a special talent from the school to tell us how we can learn from music.
Online classes do demand a higher degree of privacy and space for the learners at home to help facilitate the learning process smoothly. In India, specifically, where our culture glorifies helicopter parents, how do we plan to implement online education on a full-fledged scale?
Wow, I love the helicopter parents.
Question.
Very well asked. Very well put, actually.
And as far as helicopter parents are concerned, Yeah, that's true. It happens. Being parents, we remain sometimes, extra protective, and we keep on peeping here and there. What our children are doing? Are they really studying? Are they really attending the classes or not? It happens. But this should be taken a normal thing, and you need to brief your parents that this is your class time. They must not disturb you during these particular hours. So this can easily be sorted out.
How can we concentrate on studies amidst the dreadful fear of coronavirus?
I would advise that don't worry too much about the COVID-19. If you have certain hobbies, involve in those hobbies, as well as take up e-learning through your teachers and mentors. Constantly keep in touch with them, as well as take advices from your parents. That way you can definitely cope up with the situation.
That students have been given ample opportunity. So there is very good exposure to students also, not stereotype their written questions we are reading. So that's a very good thing. Coincidentally, there was very good coordination among all the panelists, which has impressed me.
So I think it was pretty wonderful, and students could put a lot of things clearly and without any editing, I would say.
I would like to express my immense appreciation and heartfelt gratitude to all of you, to Mr. Chetan, and then all the team members who worked so very nicely. And at the same time, we got a chance to interact with such brilliant minds. So highly enriching, highly constructive. Thank you.
The gamut of experiences of these distinguished panelists will indeed help the students to amplify their strengths and limit their weaknesses.
I feel it's a bridge. It's a bridge between the teacher and the student. It's a bridge between the experts. So we learn different methods from other teachers, other people, the experts. So it's a nice platform. I appreciate it.
I think one of the best thing was that the students came to know many of the things actually. The major factor, the students are having lot of issues at presently regarding psychologically and otherwise also. I think the panelists today helped to give them all the actual answer which they were actually seeking for. And besides this was a very highly enriching session.
Thank you, EduMate, for bringing the students, teacher, and all experts together for such an open-ended discussion, and it must be fruitful and effective to them.
First of all, I would like to thank the organizers. It was a wonderful platform, and specifically the quality of questions that were asked were too good. I must congratulate the students for the quality of questions that they put across to us. And the panel also, the question directed to the panelists, all very relevant. So I congratulate the organizers, and I thank the organizers for providing this platform.